right, we've got our runners and commentator here with us now, so without further ado, I'm going to hand over to them to introduce themselves and tell us a little bit about this run. So yeah, it's over to you all. Thanks so much for being here.
And thanks for tuning in to Archiethon. I am fletchisafurry, but you can call me Fletcher.
And I'm Isaac. We're here today with Haste Broken Worlds, playing all bosses in a co-op run. We're joined by Sprout, who's going to be helping us out on the commentary.
Hi, hello, it's me.
Right. So we're going to jump right into it and explain most of it as we go. But before we start, we have one very important announcement. The way that this run works is it's basically a series of individual levels that Fletcher and I are both trying to complete as fast as possible. It looks kind of like a race. There's going to be a big text telling you who won and what our times are. So in the spirit of a little bit of co-opetition, we're going to be tracking the scores for those races, and both Fletcher and I are going to be donating after the run based on how many we each lose. So you should see the scores on the layout, and we'll be updating them as we go. And we're going to jump into the run. Right, Fletcher, are you ready?
I am, and if folks are looking for any more reasons to donate to Point of Pride, which is a fantastic organization, you can always pick which horse or Weebo, as the case may be, since I'm dressed as a Weebo and we have some Weebo friends, you're backing in this race, and donate based on how many they lose. Let's see how well you all pick. But I'm all ready to go.
Alright, let's get going. Sprout, do you want to count us down?
Absolutely. Without further ado, let's get started in 3, 2, 1. Hey!
Haste! All right, welcome everybody to Haste Broken Worlds, the Sonic the Hedgehog game that you didn't know you wanted. As Isaac mentioned earlier, we are going through what is essentially a series of very small races in these procedurally generated worlds here, aka fragments, and we only have a few things we can do. We can navigate back and forth, we will be eternally sprinting, and we can hold down a button or a key to fast fall. If you remember the game Tiny Wings that you maybe played on iOS when, I don't know, I was a child. No, it wasn't quite that long ago, but it was a while ago. Then you might be familiar with this. So hit slopes really hard and get more momentum, more speed, and try to kind of preserve that as you go along.
We're not getting that on this level.
Yep. Let's see if I can pull out the first one.
Nice.
I think I just got there. Excellent.
Yeah, point 2.
All right, and then we are presented with this Slay the Spire style map. So Isaac is currently routing through this to pick the most efficient route. Do you want to talk about what's so important about that, Isaac?
Yeah, so each of those nodes that you saw very briefly on the map was one little stop on our way to the end of this fragment, which is going to be the boss fight. Each of those stops, or nodes we sometimes call them, can be a variety of different things. Most of them are levels like this, where we gotta run and not die. We'll also see shops, rest sites where we can heal, and encounters or question marks that can have all sorts of things happen. The key consideration when we're routing each node, each fragment rather, is that playing a full level like this is really slow. They're usually about a minute or so, whereas even if we spend like a long time deliberating in a shop, it's probably like 30 seconds. So we get massive time saved by picking the route with the fewest full levels that we have to play. This here is an encounter, it's like a challenge level. Our goal is to just die. It gets us out into the next level, and there's no penalty for taking the loss. I'm gonna grab the propeller and reroll.
Great. I'm gonna grab. I'll grab the spark boots. We're both gonna be feeding for sparks. That's fine. All right. I'm gonna grab the treadmill. So there are items in this game. We are making builds again in the style of many roguelites like Slay the Spire. There are a few key mechanics that we really care about. You'll see that at the bottom of the screen we have this yellow bar we sometimes call our butter bar. That is our energy, and that is letting us use one of the 4 tools the game gives us, but we can only have one at a time. And we've selected the cowl, which is sort of a double jump, but it also lets us do a very important thing called cowl boosting. Sprout, could you talk about cowl boosting?
Sure thing. So, there are a couple of different equipable items in the game that you can use to kind of help use your energy to activate and do cool, fun things. We're using the cow. This typically is advertised as kind of acting as a double jump you can use in the air, give yourself a little bit of extra lift, but normally it's not really intended to help you go fast. Normally it slows you down. However, if you time it such that you activate the ability when you're going down a slope, that upwards force actually will push you along the ground and help you get a little bit of extra speed. So it allows you to basically directly convert your butter, your energy, into speed, which is very powerful, especially when you don't have a ton of items early on in your runs.
Something else we really care about stat-wise is what's called boost, and that essentially is just speed when running along the ground. You'll notice on my screen that my feet currently are kind of orange tinged. That's because I have any boost. The more white hot our feet get, the more boost we have. And in fact, Isaac, do you have an item or a tracker right now to show your quantity of boost?
Yeah, I'm not sure how well it'll show up. There's a little number at the bottom right of my screen that's telling me exactly my boost stat. By default, we just start out at 0%, and I've got an item right now that's getting me up to sometimes 20 or 30 boost, which is pretty nice, but nothing too crazy. I'm getting sparks. I'm getting boost for a short period of time every time I pick up a spark, which is the money in runs. Grab that.
Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna grab some healing.
Third taco of that shop.
Well, while we're enjoying our tacos and midway through this fragment, why don't we hand it over to Cactus for a donation or two?
Thank you so much for that. We have had a $50 anonymous donation come through during the start of this race, and that has gone to fund towards the bonus Drew any percent run that we've got coming up at the end of the run after this. So we've got the duration of this run and then the one afterwards to help get that met. And I'll add as well, I've picked one of you in secret, I won't say who, for favoritism, or to apply any more pressure to back at the end of this run. And I'll match for races lost for that person at the end of this. So yeah, in chat, if you've got a favorite in this race, do write in, let me know who you think is going to win, or just keep tally. And if you want to donate to support with your chosen races losses at the end of the run, that'll be awesome as well. Thank you.
Yeah, Sprout, as we wrap up, we get into the second half of this fragment, do you want to explain what the all bosses category means and what we're going to be playing in the game today?
I would love to. In Haste, we have 10 shards. These kind of like these big major levels that kind of progress from 1 to 10. Over the course of that, there are 3 bosses that you'll encounter at 3 different tiers of difficulty. First set is in the shards 1 to 3, second 4, 5, and 6. Last one's 7, 8, and 9 before shard 10, which is the final boss. His own kind of special stuff going on. So all bosses, all difficulties, our little category that we made here is going to be encountering each boss once and each difficulty level once. So right now we're going to be fighting level 1 Convoy at the end of this particular shard.
We also mixed things up by making this co-op. Online was not a feature that was actually present in the game at launch. That was a tight
Oh wow,
fragment.
you clutched that at the end. Point
Very,
one.
very end. Oh my gosh. So
Oh, I got
the
saved.
co-op
That
adds
100
quite a lot
health.
here. Oh gosh, we're in a challenge level too. All right, I'll try my best to explain co-op while not dying to a challenge level or a
I can
high
pick
difficulty
it up.
level.
Yeah. So co-op doesn't change like almost literally anything about the game. As we mentioned before, each of these levels, they're only going to progress once both of us finish. So there's some potential time loss there that if I'm going super fast and Fletcher is not, then I'm going to be stuck waiting for them to finish. So as we're itemizing our builds throughout the run, we're not just trying to individually go as fast as possible, but kind of share the love and make sure that neither of us is going super slow.
Yes, the ideal scenario. Oh my gosh, that slowdown on that. Did you hit that too?
I just missed it.
Oh, dang. The ideal
So you're
scenario
still
is that we are finishing neck and neck all the time because we're sharing the build and the love. What's fun about that is, oh wait, we're gonna get an item here for finishing that hard level. Oh gosh, game, there we go. I think I just need to take tight schedule, even though I don't really have any cooldowns.
Yeah, well,
Oh, and we're at
now's
the
our
shop.
chance.
Perfect.
Oh,
You can grab whatever you want. I'll just follow up. Propeller it is. All right.
there's good items, and I missed them all.
there are a
Yeah,
number of
eight
different styles of
boost.
builds. Oh, rest air. We're going to just go back here. That you can create. Examples include Sparks Matter, which is the currency in this game. In fact, we kind of both have some Sparks Matters items, which is thankfully not really a conflict because we don't deny the other person's sparks by getting them. But there are other items that we will want to spread around because one person can make more effective use of them based on their build. For example, Close Call is a mechanic that just means going near a hazard or object without hitting it. And that is something that it's better for one person to lean into so they're not kind of diluting that item pool. That is how we can share the love in those shops and try to make different but equally fast builds, ideally.
Yeah, so in terms of the normal gameplay levels, co-op loses a little bit of time, but in the boss fights, we're going to be going for some quick kills. Here, Fletcher, I'll stay behind if you want to try and jump ahead.
I'll take the lead here. So this
So-
is Convoy.
Yeah, so this is really fun. This is kind of our first boss fight here. Our runners are going to be running inside the train. The only entrance is through the back, and they're going to try to stagger their entrances, one of them intentionally going a little bit slower, so that way they can stagger their hits inside of the core. You're going to see right now Fletch is kind of entering the back of the convoy first. Going to run in, hit its heart, and we're going to do our best to use the invincibility frames we get from hitting it to bounce around the inside of the train instead of getting ejected, so we can spin back around and get a second hit quickly.
Nice. Oh, I ejected, but you can finish it off.
We're good. Oh, I went right through it.
I'm
Should
going to
be
start
good.
working. There you go. Beautiful.
Excellent quick kill on convoy.
Yeah, so Convoy does have one more health in the co-op mode, but being able to chain those hits, basically get our damage through twice as fast, saves a lot of time, and we're going to see a couple more quick kill strategies in the next levels that we play.
Yeah. I also want to shout out real quick, just for the sake of our donation incentive challenge race here, we are counting as the player who gets the final hit on a boss will score 2 points.
All right. So I think that I'm a little behind. I think I owe a few more increments of $2 so far. Is that correct, Sprout?
You are equally tied because,
wow.
Fletch, you won the challenge level. Challenge level is one of the only ways to get items outside of shops, and because of that fact, and because they're harder than normal, we have a similar rule there for our little runners there, where the winner of challenge levels will also get 2 points.
Nice. Fantastic.
Equally tied at 6 and 6 going into our second shard. So we have lost all of our items. We're kind of starting over from scratch. We're going to be starting at a new difficulty tier and a different boss.
Yeah. So as we go through the run, obviously, as Sprout mentioned earlier, the bosses are going to be getting harder, but also the level difficulty, the kind of randomly generated maps here, are going to be harder. They'll have more things that like to kill us and less things that are easy to build speed off of. They're also going to be longer, which means we have to play more levels and have more time to assemble builds. Nice.
That was tight. Wow.
Yeah,
0.008 seconds.
Not a great shard, but
And-
we got some challenge levels to start off. Should be fun.
Cool. And I think that while we go into this, it's a good time for Cactus to do some more announcements.
Right, thank you so much. So yeah, as I've said, we are currently at $67 of $250 towards meeting that incentive that's coming up at the end of the run after this one. So do get those donations coming in. Sorry, I'm really distracted by the 6-7 posting that's gone on in chat to reflect the score, even though I'm far too old and out of touch
Oh,
to
I'm
like
dead,
really
Isaac.
understand what that means, I think.
Alright, that should be fine.
But yeah, so do keep those donations coming in to try and get that met. Let us know how you're enjoying this race so far. This has been such a sick game. Definitely something that I'm keen to play a bit of myself after having watched it.
I do have to,
yeah,
to let you
thank
know
you.
we're currently in fragment number 6, and you'll never guess which one we're going to be playing next.
No way. What
oh,
about
this
it? What about a
train-
donation
big
train of
train.
$6 or $7? Am I allowed to say that? Is that out of touch? Let's see.
Now is actually a really fantastic time to even be talking about a nation train because we just hit our first train level.
I need to not die in the train level.
Okay. You can focus in on that while we'll just explain really quick that some levels generate with these trains. They have these kind of, I mean, convoy seems like a loaded word considering we just defeated a convoy. But they're just carrying cargo on these trains, and we don't want to run into the cargo, but we do want to run on the tracks because we get lots of money and get these boost rings to go fast.
Yeah, this was a decent train level. I had to avoid it because if you don't have the proper itemization to have energy or other ways to avoid or tank those train cars, they will eat you.
Close call boost.
I'm gonna take
yeah,
it.
That actually seems super reasonable. I'm gonna save my money just in case.
Yeah, I think we have a bit before the next shot.
To briefly explain what I'm going for now, I do have a spark-powered propeller, which will make me go faster by collecting sparks, which we need anyway to, you know, buy things, so that's great. I also have a thing that will give me more boost, as in more speed on the ground, when I am getting close calls, so going near hazards. What are you going towards right now, Isaac?
I just have some, like, general good stuff. I also picked up that spark propeller. We see the same items off these challenge levels if we both complete them. And then I have the perpetual motion machine. It's basically just a flat boost item. It's giving me 10% boost, so I go a little bit faster.
Lovely.
Not a ton to super synergize around just yet, but then my third item is giving me a flat amount of money every level, and I just took a death. That's
Okay, I will finish this out. We're
right
very
at the
close.
end too.
While we figure out our items, sorry, Cactus, I feel like we may have cut you off there. Were we talking about a 6-7 donation train?
We absolutely were.
I'm so sorry.
Get in touch. Get in touch. Write to us if you think that's like funny or if it sounds like we don't know what we're talking about. Either or is great with me. But yeah, no, a donation train of any kind would be fantastic. Oh yeah, just write in. Let us know how you enjoying the race so far. Do you have a favorite? Is there someone who you want to back and donate a bit per their score or their opponent's score, depending on how this is going? That would all be really sick to see. Thank you.
Yeah, love to see it. Thank you, folks.
Oh boy. Okay. I somehow dodged every tusk of that off-brand Starlock pin.
Nice. Off that previous high difficulty level, I grabbed I think it's called the super secret tech or something like that, which gives me a chance of getting boost when I do perfect landings. We do have a series of landing types that we can get. Obviously, we care about perfect the most, if you had a guess. But you can get okays and goods, which will just slow you down a little bit. The really unfortunate thing is if we slam face first into a wall, we get a bad, and that kills a lot of our momentum. So we really don't want to have that happen. If it does, it's often a death sentence if we're near any kind of pit.
Yeah, especially
You heard it here first,
as we get later into the run, the terrain gets more hostile, and recovering from a bad is harder and harder.
This is true. Perfect landings are better than bads.
Yes.
You heard it here first.
As I often say, sparks can be exchanged for bads and disservices.
I've often
They can
heard you
also
say
be
this.
donated to Point of Pride, our charity for Archiethon. Sorry, the host
Awesome
brain doesn't
segue.
shut
Thank
off.
you. Yeah, no, I really appreciate that. That's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, get those sparks in, get those dollars in as well. For helping us raise money for Point of Pride, who do a lot of
Sure.
really great work helping trans folks. So yeah, let's get that money and let's get those incentives met so that we can see more cool stuff going on in the runs later today as well.
Your rest area here.
We do have a question in chat. I think our runners might be more equipped to answer than I do. Do you know if they ended up patching out dive boosting that existed in the demo?
Dive boosting, is that so that might be the same thing we're talking about with cal boosting. I haven't heard of dive boosting specifically, but again, that moment to moment thing that we're doing to really gain as much speed as possible is to hit the ground super hard and activate our cal if we have enough butter to do it. That is one of our main ways of picking up speed other than just having boost. And it does mean that when we're building in a shard, we ideally want both boost and energy to be able to have high running speed and also get those big jumps. Big uppies.
Yeah, so while we're in the air, especially if you're traveling upwards, you do lose some speed. So we're trying to maximize as we glide through the air how much time we spend holding down the dive. That's going to give us speed just from holding dive, and as you go down, you speed up. And if you get a good landing, you can convert that into horizontal speed and zoom.
Zoom. It's all very technical. Zoom.
If I could just quickly come in for a moment, we
Yeah.
had a couple of donations come in.
Oh, fantastic.
$67 from Aaron Makes Games.
Oh my
It
gosh.
says,
Let's go.
train level goes choo-choo, Dono train goes choo-choo. Good luck, Isaac and Fletch, chomp shards, and go fast.
Thank you.
And then another $67 as well from Torch. It says, torn between my IRL friend and fellow fur winning, so I'm rooting for you both. Sorry, Isaac. So yeah, thank you so much, both of those
Understood. You are
amazingly
forgiven.
generous donations. I appreciate that a lot. And both of those going towards the True Any Percent run as well, which is coming up soon. So we've now passed $200 raised for that. $49 remain to get that incentive met by the end of the next run. So yeah, fantastic work, everyone. Really appreciate you helping get that met. Awesome. And yeah, again, thank you so much. Doing a lot of good work with those donations to help Point of Pride continue all the fantastic things that they do.
Yeah, wild. I was absolutely expecting a couple of $6.70 donations or something, not people to just jump in with 67. So thank you all.
Thank you guys so much. We also did get clarification in chat. The dive boosting was something that had in the demo. We would stay close to the ground and kind of just hold the fast fall button the whole time, and you apparently could just avoid getting a landing. I do believe they patched that out.
Oh yes.
At some point, they've patched out a lot of kind of glitches and stuff over time.
They also
But-
patched out plutonium coin.
Oh, I took a
my
death,
beloved.
Isaac.
Okay, we're good.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, you'll see that levels have varying flavors of hazard, and they do change by biome. So we're in the ice biome, and we do have a number of those mortar shots that come from afar. They're quite dangerous. They deal a pretty high amount of damage. I don't care about the luck, I don't think, so I think we just reroll.
Yeah.
I can... I'll take it from... Oop, never mind, I won't. I lied.
I stole
I
it
don't wanna
from you.
Boost ring. I need to get something to go a little faster if I can.
Give you one
Oh,
more.
never mind. I'll grab that. There we go. All right.
Okay, you got the motion machine there.
Yes. So now we're probably on a little bit equal footing with our items, and hopefully we'll get equivalent speed.
Yeah, I've been getting a little let down by these shops. I didn't want to mention it, but now, I mean, it's probably not going to happen. I picked up a, I'm blanking on the silly name of the item. The little one in the middle I have that's triggered every so often. What it does is it gives me cooldown reduction based on how much boost I have.
Oh yes.
And if I'm able to pick up a couple items on cooldowns, you can basically unlock and get like infinite speed, varying levels of infinite speed. Sometimes it's so fast that like you can't play the game.
And that can include overshooting the exit to the level and dying, which is
Yes.
pretty hilarious when it happens.
It doesn't look like we're gonna be able to unlock it in this fragment, so we'll hope that we see this item again in some of the later levels, but we'll see more shops, just more time.
Oh, here you go.
One last chance.
Oh, that's
I'll take
special
that.
motion.
It helps.
All right. I'm taking close call energy, and we're moving on.
Nice.
Yeah, in classic
Alright.
roguelite style, you have some synergies, you have some broken builds, and we're on Snake.
Snake!
Snake.
Snake! Everyone's favorite fan of discotech. So besides having these wonderful disco balls in the air shooting lasers at us, this is one of the most difficult / annoying bosses in the game because of how unpredictable it is. Our runners are going to try to
Oh, nice.
land a hit on the back of the head just like that. It's actually one of the fastest first hits there, which is a challenge due to how erratically the snake moves, not just up and down, also left, right, unpredictably, sometimes diving into the floor, sometimes just careening over the edge of the level where you can't
gosh.
follow. And if you get too far ahead, you will overshoot your target and end up having to turn around, which is very hard in a game about going forward very fast. Thankfully, we have
guy
two runners
is
here, so
doing
we
Oh,
this
it's
very
turning
good.
back. Nice job.
The best way to get hits on Snake is to cut him off on a corner, and he
trying
was
to
just
do
going
right
in
now.
a straight line across the whole arena.
Oh, I'm so
What am I
close.
supposed
Come
to do
on.
with that?
Wow, it's still pulling ahead. I'm going to try to cut across and
should
see if
have a
I can
hit
get a good
here.
angle. Nice job. Right. Oh, that explosion's going
Oh,
to take me
you're
out.
close.
Yep. It's all you, Isaac.
Are you
I think you
dead?
can finish it off,
Okay.
though.
Yeah. I'm fine on health, just need to get to him.
Actually, get the angle. Oh,
Nice.
beautifully done.
That was a
Isaac
good
clutching
movement
out the
from him.
bosses
Thank
here.
you, Snake.
Much to the chagrin of my score, but good for finishing the run in a timely fashion.
I believe in the Isaac believers.
And with that, the score is now 13 for Isaac and 14 for Fletcher, keeping it close after we finish
Dang.
our second of 4 shards.
Yeah.
That was a really good snake, actually.
Yeah, you can't complain if
Top
it
stats for
goes
that one.
smooth. Don't have to spend like 3 minutes chasing him.
And we're about to start another shard, so we'll be back to a reset on our items, and then I think we can hand it over to you, Cactus, for more announcements.
Oh god, it was shard 6 and then shard 7.
Oh no!
What does it mean?
Could mean anything. But yeah, all you, Cactus.
No way. Thank you so much. Yeah, I've really been enjoying the run so far and the commentary from all of you. So yeah, fantastic work. Thank you. Yeah, I'd like to take a moment just to welcome in anyone who's joining us to Archiethon. This is a speedrunning marathon that's hosted by the CelesteCommunity, playing other speed games and also unique Celeste categories. So here on the CelesteCommunity channel, you can also find other Celeste content, bingo tournaments, task premieres, special events, races, etc. So do follow us and join the Discord, check out the socials to keep an eye on what we're doing. And what we're doing today is Archiethon, which is a charity speedrunning marathon that's going to be happening this weekend, raising money for Point of Pride. So all of the donations that we're getting in over these streams go directly towards, immediately straight to Point of Pride, and they can then use that to help fund a lot of the amazing work that they do, funding programs and programs that provide gender-affirming clothing to trans folks who need them as well. So yeah, fantastic work from this organization, and I'm really grateful that we've been able to raise over $400 for them so far. So yeah, well done everyone who's been donating so far. Let's keep going with that. Let's keep that climbing.
$400 raised. Parrot, put your parrots in the chat.
Parrots
I
in
agree.
chat, everyone.
Let's see them. Archie's in the chat is another idea. If you want to write us in a donation, your favorite bird, your favorite parrot, etc., be happy to have a look at that. So do let us know with that too.
Shout out to Cusco the macaw that I saw at a zoo recently. That's the bird that was top of my mind. Tell us the bird top of your mind.
Why is there a giant wall in the middle
That's
of my
a
level?
huge wall. That's ridiculous.
I ate half my health bar to that.
Part of the healthy diet.
Giant walls. I'm not sure I recommend.
Yeah, don't eat walls. Something else we haven't mentioned too much, because frankly it doesn't affect our routing that much, is as we enter some fragments we get fragment modifiers. Those can be a lot of things. Those can be, oh, Isaac's gonna clutch this out. No! Oh gosh, those can be a lot of things.
In the back half.
They can be items that we don't really care about, like I'm taking rings. They can be creating boost rings randomly, like that last one had. They can be more sparks, they can be fewer sparks, they can be more health, they can be less health. I'm grabbing that skate, and oh, I'm gonna grab the anchor, I think. Yeah, I'm grabbing the anchor. I'm full health, I'll move faster. The reason that they don't really matter that much is
Happy Thursday.
in the happy Thursday, everyone. In the aggregate, they don't really decrease our speed, and the amount of time we'd spend humming and hawing over whether a given route is correct or not in the map screen is just time we're not playing the game, moving faster. So we usually just try to ignore them and move on with our lives.
Yeah, so sometimes they're good, like extra sparks, extra health, extra boost. Sometimes they're bad, like less health or less sparks. That's about it. Very few of them actually give a big impact on like how you're playing the game.
Yeah.
I'm still running. I'm still trying to not hit things. I'm still hitting things.
Happens to the best of us. Although I guess maybe it won't happen to the best of us if I manage to, you know, win this competition.
I was gonna say we'll see about that, but I'm like 6 seconds behind.
You know, I would say a default. I think that Isaac's track record is did pull a little ahead of me, but so far I'm feeling okay. So I don't know if anyone wants to, you know, if you want to change your vote now and figure out who you're donating for. I think I'm doing all right here. I say as I hit a fantastic okay.
I'll say I have absolutely no idea what the score is right now. Everyone else can see the stream layout.
That's true. We have no idea. Oh, this is gonna be hurt.
Oh, I'm on like literally 1. Nope, I'm on 0 health.
Okay, I will finish out the level.
Good luck.
Thank you.
that. And Fletcher, if you do finish out that level, your score update will be 18 to Isaac's 15.
Ooh, pulling ahead a little bit
Doing pretty
here.
well.
Team Isaac,
Although-
we gotta lock in.
Yeah, it's very doable for Isaac. But me having a lead is something I am going to relish because it doesn't usually happen. Not usually.
I do
Get some
appreciate
getting
how
better.
in the middle of your
Isaacs in the
diatribe
chat.
Yeah.
about going fast and doing well for once, you did immediately clothesline into a bramble. Do not think that escaped
Take
notice.
that. I thought I had a luck item. I took the.
You took a luck
I
item?
took an
That never
item that
happens.
gives me luck. Luck is the worst stat in the game almost every time. What it does is it says if you have items that trigger on a random chance, improves how often that random chance hits. You might be thinking, that seems really specific. What if you don't have any items that trigger on a random chance? Then luck
That's
does
a great
nothing.
question, and you should play Haste because you will have great instincts for these builds.
Yeah, so there are
Also-
on occasion items you can pick up that's like 50% chance to give you sparks when you do a thing, and then you'll get a little bit more. You can build some synergy out of it. I literally just took a luck item because I thought I had an item that did that, and I don't.
Okay, that was one of the best train levels of my life.
I'm really happy for you.
I'm like Spider-Man in Brooklyn with all the ways I went back and forth around those trains.
I'm glad that one of us could find success. All right.
Oh my
Train
gosh,
redemption.
back-to-back trains. We are blessed on this day.
The question is, will you take the SkyTrain this time?
Oh, the SkyTrain. We'll find out. Every now and again, the generation does have the trains go so ridiculously vertical that it's a terrible idea to follow it. That doesn't always stop us because it's so fun. Oh, actually, that would have been a good one if I'd been able to get there.
It used to be, I believe they've patched this out. It used to be that the train tracks could generate so high up that if you followed them, you would hit a kill point at the top of the level and die. I don't think that happens anymore.
I think you're right, yeah. At least it has it in our recent inadvisable train ascensions. Oh, that
Also,
hurt.
don't run on train tracks in real life.
True, don't do it.
Life advice from Haste Broken Worlds.
May I just jump in with an exciting announcement really quickly?
Yeah, go for it.
So, firstly, we have had a $50 donation come in from Alec, and that says, happy to support Point of Pride and more awesome speedruns. Good luck, Isaac. Thank you so much
Alec
for
knows who
that,
to
Alec.
support.
And if anybody who's been keeping an eye on the incentive tracker on stream, or if you've been doing good mental maths with these donations coming in, you might realize that we've now hit the true any percent incentive for the run after this.
Hey, let's go!
So Zenaras will be showcasing that. Thanks everyone for helping make that happen. I'm really excited to see that, and yeah, that's super exciting. So thank you again for that donation, and well done everybody for helping to make that happen. That's really exciting. We had until the end of the next run. This run's not even over yet, and we've already smashed that target. So yeah, super well done, everyone. That's really fantastic work.
That's incredible.
Thankfully
This was also the
clearing this out
most
for me.
stressful level I've played so far in the run. Oh, you died too?
I super died, yeah. Oh, we're getting items? Oh gosh,
I think the rocket is pretty good these days.
yeah,
Good luck for the
my
rocket.
my emote wheel is popping up and blocking my
that
options.
rest
but
level.
we're
I was
good.
on like a 1/16th health for most of that run, most of that level.
Oh, wow.
And it was some of the toughest generation we've seen in the run so far. Those giant flaming domes of
They're
triangles
really hard to
are
navigate.
so hard to dodge.
Yeah. It's also worth shouting out, if one runner dies, it's okay. We don't lose a ton of speed, because as long as one of them finishes, we're okay. If both of them die, they would have had to restart the level, which is pretty bad, but still not as bad as choosing poor routing at the very beginning when we choose our path on that Slay the Spire-like screen, because it turns out replaying a level is still faster than playing an additional entire level. If you replay a level, you tend to be replaying like half to a third of it.
Nice.
That was a really tight one. Wow.
Yeah, I need to use my item better. I probably could have kept that.
I think that I'll grab a skate. Oh, I will grab a skate. Oh, this is a terrible
Sorry.
idea. I'm grabbing more boost, but it's gonna hurt me if I don't get perfect landings.
Oh, I love experimental thrusters.
It's pretty good.
Um,
That will just be perfect.
it's that easy.
Ow. We say as I hit a good.
Just going to quickly jump in again
Yeah.
because I have another donation that comes with it, a very exciting announcement.
Ooh.
So we've had $50 come in from Glimmer Dev, who says, as a trans speedrunner myself, this is such an amazing cause. Thank you so much for doing this, and good luck to the runners. Well, thank you so much for that donation. That's really fantastic. Appreciate that. And I would like to add that with that donation, we have now crossed the $500 mark already.
Woo!
So early into day one. So yeah, congrats everyone. Thank you all for showing up and watching and chilling and donating, and people coming, running, and commentating as well. Without all of you participating, this would not be happening. So yeah, really great work. Getting halfway to $1,000 already as we're just starting out this weekend that we've got planned for you all. So yeah, I'm really grateful for that. That's all I can say. Yeah, thanks
That's
so much.
awesome. Thank you, folks.
Yeah,
Oh my
thank you
gosh.
so much.
This is a really great start. This marathon has not been going on very long either. One strategic note, you'll see at the bottom of the screen, we do have our health bars. We also have those 4 hearts representing our lives. We are generally trying to not die, but we can sometimes take the strategic L if a player finishes the level really fast. Like, I seem to actually be really tearing away right now with that thruster. There may be moments where Isaac will decide to take the death, especially if there's a really risky scenario up ahead, just for us to finish that level faster.
Yeah, you may have noticed I did it in the previous level. This one, I want the money because I kind of want a healing item.
I'll re-roll for you. Tell me when.
That would be great. Yeah, go for it.
Let's boost your
one
pog.
more. Or this one's good. We're good.
Oh, okay. I'm grabbing the granny boots and we're going.
Nice.
Granny boots.
All right, we are into the boss fight for Shard 7 here. This is Jumper, or as I like to call him, Yumper. The way that he works is you're never going to guess what he does when you hit him. He actually stays right where he is. No, he jumps way counterclockwise.
Inbound. Thank you.
Normally, when you're playing this in the single-player mode, you're just doing kind of a run back and forth, go wherever he lands and hit him. Because we've got 2
Oh, I took a
people
death.
here-
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
This might be an intentional death moment. I trust your
Yeah,
judgment,
I
though.
think so. I'm gonna do it. I gotta get to the edge.
But as Isaac is saying, in multiplayer, what we can do here is kind of juggle Jumper, because Jumper only cares about the
Promise
player
this
who
is faster.
just hit them, not about where both players are. So if we position ourselves carefully, we can just trade Jumper back and forth and really quick combo it down to 0.
It is worth shouting out to you. You guys do have desync health bars right now.
Oh,
they have
fantastic.
Okay, I'm on.
Sprout, could you
4.
explain that while Isaac goes for this first strike?
Sure. Sometimes when you're playing co-op, again, this was kind of patched in a little bit later. When the boss fight reloads, one player will still have the health value that you had the previous attempt. So you can kind of continue where you left off instead of resetting as you would normally when you die at a boss level and have to replay it. So even though they only hit the Yumper once, now twice, going for good juggles on opposite sides of the arena here, we're still in good shape. We need 2 more hits.
I should have one right here.
Fantastic.
Trunk tap my health bar.
I'm going to turn back around because I think I'm not total. No, actually, I'm in a decent spot. Oh, I'm
Okay.
not, because I still took a death.
Okay, I'll run for this one.
Yeah, I think you can make this happen.
Right.
So it is very nice. Having that decent health bar does mean that taking the death on one of these bosses, if they cooperate. Oh,
where are
wow.
you going?
Okay, Jumper can
That's
relocate if enough time passes. You need a hard left from my view, Isaac. You're like 90
Okay.
degrees to your left to get Jumper.
Oh,
no! Okay, if we're fortunate, that health bar will stay desynced.
Yeah, I see one.
Okay, I see full, but that's good. I'm just gonna stick close to you in case something really bad happens.
Okay, great. Yeah, so
Sometimes
bit of an
Jumper is
unfortunate
nice.
fight, but that will
There we
end
go.
it. Thank you. Slightly weird netcode, Landfall.
Yeah, Jumper is spicy. Their attacks do incredible amounts of damage, like upwards of like 50 to 80, I want to say, which is really tough when we're prioritizing speed and not health upgrades, especially when some of us chose items that make us go faster at the expense of our health. So, you know.
And for once, it wasn't me. Can I just point that out?
Yeah, that was a little bit risky. But can we get a score update from Sprout, and then we'll toss it over to Cactus?
Oh, score update as we enter the final shard. We fought the first 3 bosses. We're heading towards the final one. Our scores going into it: Isaac with 19 and Fletch with 22.
Okay,
Oh,
still pretty
no,
close.
It got worse.
I do like that. No, that's where we were before, right? When we last checked in, I was 3 ahead.
I think it was 2.
Oh, okay, well, I will still
Whatever.
treasure every
I'm
moment.
gonna lock in.
Well, Isaac locks in and I lock myself out. Cactus, I think it's over to you for anything you'd like to announce.
Great. Thank you so much. Yeah. So firstly, we did have $6.80 come in from WPX saying, "Hi Isaac," and also "Hi Isaac." Thank you so much for that, WPX. Appreciate that. And as well, I have an important announcement to make. With us having met that last incentive goal, we've now opened our next incentive, and that's going to be a bid war. So coming up in a couple of hours' time, we have a Super Metroid run, and a classic bid war that you might have seen in Super Metroid at marathons past is Save or Kill the Animals. So we're opening up a Save the Animals bid war, and runners, if you're interested in putting a little bit of extra sauce on this run, how would you feel about the idea of one of you pitching your runs lost incentive against one of the options and the other against the opposing option, and then winner of this race, you can decide which of the two I'm going to put mine towards.
Oh, I love that. Isaac, what's your horse in this race? Are you saving or killing
I am
animals?
a pure save the frames enthusiast.
Wow, okay, brutal. Well, that works out well because, you know, as a furry, I'm obliged to save the animals. Here I am in my Weebo fursuit, you know, just trying to optimally save animals. So that works out for me. I'll put mine towards save the animals. Isaac's gonna put his towards kill the animals, the monster. And we'll see what happens at the end of this run.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That'll be a lot of fun, I think. And as I said, yeah, the winner of this race, you can choose where I send mine. As I say, I did decide in secret who I'm backing in this race at the start. I'll let you know at the end, and then I'll get my donation in after my shift finishes, mostly because I don't know how to really traverse the awkwardness of reading a donation sent in by myself.
We got our first shot. You want to reroll?
Do one more. Do one.
Do one? Okay.
I'm gonna grab that.
Can you toss one for me, or are you out of money?
Oh, I ran out. Sorry, I got greedy.
Okay. No worries. I'm gonna save my money because I can't afford too much after a reroll. I'll ask your help next shop to make sure I can get something decent. Ooh, random item. Oh no, it's the damage reduction, right? Not a random item.
So, some of the encounters are really interesting, and some of them just have like a lot of text that results in you push a button and get like 10 boost.
Yeah, it's
like I'm
it's
not
going
gonna
for
bother
Slay the
reading all that
Spire, where like
text.
there's lore reason behind these things happening, and we just don't care as speedrunners. We do not read. Speedrunners classically do not read, and then we just move on with our lives.
It is worth mentioning, there is a story in this game. There is a plot. There are characters. We have been zooming past basically all of it. We will have some fun characters show up at the end.
It'll be like, who are these people?
We promise you, they're our friends. They've been here the whole time.
Oh, this is a weird
I mean, they don't
slope.
do that much in the story either.
That is also true.
It's kind of all just Zoe. Is the name of our main character here.
By the way, we are now in Shard 10, the last and longest and greatest shard. You'll see that it is mixing up the styles of the desert and the forest and the snow biome, so we're seeing all kinds of levels, all kinds of hazards. It's also a good bit longer than our previous shard. In fact, I think it's about twice as long as our first shard, maybe?
Yeah, it's about how the numbers work out. So
that
we're
does
going to be
mean-
playing a lot more levels. They're going to be a lot harder. Getting a lot more items, hopefully unlocking specifically me and not Fletcher, so that I can win all the races.
So, because this monster wants to kill the animals just to save a few measly frames.
And I'll do anything to
I
stop
can't
you.
believe that someone playing a game called Haste about moving really fast wants to move really fast. Can you believe this degenerate? Anyway, save the animals and also vote Fletcher. Remember, you see a person in a Weebo fursuit, you know that's someone you can trust.
But have you considered I have a really cool green hat?
You do have a really cool green hat that may or may not have an L on it.
Okay, calm down. We don't need to talk about that.
Oh, I meant like Luigi. I wasn't calling you a loser, but that's fine too, I guess. I'm just gonna move on. So
Yeah,
I
those
just got
items
an
were very bad. In
yeah, that was
shop.
unfortunate. I do have an item that will really help me if I get a cooldowns build. Notably, it does nothing on its own, so I'm gonna really fiend for a cooldown item in an upcoming shop. Most of the cooldown items just happen on some timer that just repeats. It does also affect the active items you can get, where they go for me on controller on like my left or right bumper to trigger at will.
I also want to shout out, we've seen a lot of shops so far. Have we seen a single plutonium coin yet?
I don't think we have.
Like I said, they removed it from the game.
Plutonium coin is a little bit of a meme in the speedrun community because it's such a good item that has been multiply nerfed to make it a more reasonable item. It used to be pretty low rarity and give you an incredible amount of... Used to be common, oh my gosh. And gave you a lot of energy. It's still quite good. It's just not as common. Well, rather, it is more rare, and it doesn't.
They moved it
quite
from
as much
common
energy.
to very rare, and they nerfed it. It was the best item for speedruns. The amount of energy it would give you basically kept you topped off the whole time, and you could be spamming that cowl boost that we mentioned earlier that just makes you go real fast. Or for some runners use the grappling hook, it means you can grapple more.
Yeah, it's kind of funny to
Much
be in this
respect for
game and
grappling
not
hook
use a grappling
players.
hook.
I
I'm
could
a
never.
huge grappling hook enjoyer in basically every game that has one. And in this game, it's just a little hard to use, and the cowl boosting lets you do so much. I could believe that the grappling hook has a higher skill ceiling, but the reliability of this double jump is it's just for me.
Yeah,
There's
also
also
it
some
has-
glitches you can do with the grappling hook on various patches.
That's true.
No.
Oh my gosh,
Oh my God,
0.03 seconds
0.03.
faster.
Come
This is why
on.
you bet on the Weibo in the Weibo race.
Isaac, you're slipping. It's 20 to
I
27 right
know.
now. I don't want to alarm you.
Oh no, I'm alarmed.
While I have this platform, make sure you don't save the animals, y'all.
Oh no. The frames.
Ow, that
Telling me
hurt.
you're gonna go to a speedrun marathon and go slow on purpose.
I just want to say, Isaac,
doing?
I recently was totaling up. I was trying to record all of my marathon participation. I've hosted way more than I've run marathons. So I'm gonna prioritize animals over speedrunning. I'm so sorry.
Well, that's what happens. You lose by like at least 2 seconds.
That was
here.
brutal, actually. That was okay. While I shake off that loss, Cactus, over to you.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll allow you some time to lock in on the race for a second and just, remind everyone that we are raising money for Point of Pride. They are an organization whose mission is to help trans youth and adults access necessary life-saving health and wellness services. Through that work, they've awarded over $4 million across their financial aid programs. They've donated over 29,000 items of gender-affirming clothing, and they've operated in 127 different countries doing all that. So fantastic organization doing a lot of great work all over the world, and all the donations that you're getting in for us is helping them continue that great work. So keep it up. Thanks for the donations. Now that we know which side of Save the Animals our two runners are both on, then if there was someone you were backing in this race, perhaps you'd like to put a donation towards their preferred outcome when we see who the winner is at the end. Thank you.
I need to put myself slightly on blast there. You'll notice that when we get into shops, we don't usually run because it's kind of hard to control in such a small space. We'll usually just walk our characters forward. I accidentally ran, then ran again trying to stop myself from running, and I actually died in a shop, which is something I did not know was possible, which meant I got to buy nothing
It's
in
not
that
supposed
previous
to be.
shop.
They tried to patch that. I
my
believe they
gosh.
tried to patch the death in shop. For a while, there was a time save in any percent where you would die in the shop and it would skip the boss cutscene if the shop was right before the
Oh
boss.
wow, what? That's wild.
So if you could take, there were some quicker ways to take a death, and you could save like 2 or 3 seconds. But I thought they had patched that.
I mean, it wouldn't be a marathon without it. That's never happened before. We at least have our one. Though, Isaac, if
Often
you
one
could
we
have
hit
your that's never
projectiles.
happened before, and it be a death that's never before occurred, and help me get my my lead back, that would be great.
Oh, sorry, are you still playing this level? I didn't know this.
Oh!
Oh,
Oh.
you're on no health.
Yeah, I'm not doing so hot. Oh, here we have a rest area. That was the perfect time because that fully heals my health bar. Okay, I'm taking every item, Isaac. Just letting you know that.
Okay, well, I have a while you were busy dying in the last shop, I took a booster pog, so I'll be seeing you
Oh,
later.
okay, great. Bye. I really. Oh God, I don't want the blood engine. I want to stay. No, I'm gonna get some healing so I can. Oh my gosh, this is not working well for me. One more reroll. All right, I guess clown shoes it is. I have the makings of a number of different good builds, but I do not have a cohesive build right now. So this is going to be challenging.
Conversely, Isaac has picked up Booster Pog, an incredibly valuable item because it gives you just strict boost based off of how much money you currently are holding on to, which means not spending money makes you go really, really fast.
It is the second best one item build in the game.
That may also mean that I'm going to ask Isaac to very carefully judge how much money he isn't spending in the next shops, because I have very little money, and as I mentioned earlier, the optimal speedrun situation is that we are about equally fast. So right now, Isaac can pretty directly trade his speed for my chance of catching up. Good for the race, but also good for the speedrun.
And bad for the frames.
Bad for the
if you win
frames!
And donate all your money.
Now, Isaac, from your routing, do you happen to remember if there's another shop before we fight the boss?
Yeah, there's definitely a shop on the last node. There should be at least one between now and then.
Okay, that would be delightful.
We route the whole fragment right at the start because the more times we load the map screen, the more time loss. And there's very rarely like changes in our decision making that would impact the route. It does mean that I don't remember what we're gonna be seeing next. I do have up one of the kind of approved speedrun mods, shows you what the next level is gonna be, can help you like buffer some inputs on some of them where you need to do an input right at the start. But it's broken with some of the online stuff, so I don't even know what's next.
Random shout out for an item I just got, the clown shoes. Not really part of any particular build I'm going for right now. They just make some of my non-perfect landings perfect. You'll know it triggers because my screen says, in quotes, perfect. Okay, shop. Oh, bless. All right,
Experimental thrusters.
I'm gonna die if I take that, so I should
There's a
really get...
taco.
Okay, I'm getting a quick taco. Can you give me one more reroll? Oh, gosh. You're taking blood engine, I'm taking the thrusters. We're taking speed over sustainability, which is not how this usually goes. Isaac is usually the riskiest of the two of us. Although you took blood engine, so do you want to explain what blood engine is, Isaac?
Yeah, I took blood engine because I have the item that combos with it.
Oh,
so
nice.
blood engine is one of those activated items that Fletcher mentioned earlier. What it says is when you activate it, you lose, I want to say it's 8 health on current patch, and get 15 boost for 8 or 10 seconds. So you trade your health for a little bit of speed, or sometimes a lot bit of speed. I have a lot of healing items from the start of this shard, so I can just
my
mash
gosh.
the blood engine.
That was so fast, Isaac.
Yeah,
Oh my
34 is... I get bonus points for being 11 seconds faster.
Gosh,
You do
I
in my
hope-
heart, Isaac.
Thank you. I'm glad someone understands.
11 seconds is a pretty big delta for how small these levels are.
Although you're not too bad there. A 45-second time on these levels is average good.
Ow, I did just die on a non-perfect landing though, so this is going to be on you to finish out this particular fragment.
Oh no, do you think I'm gonna make it?
You know what? My money's on yes, even if my actual money is on Save the Animals.
33. Yeah, so I have an
Okay,
item
rest
right now
area.
in addition to that blood engine. Whenever I take damage, I heal 5. So,
I really need some healing above anything else. Do you have any more rerolls in you? Oh, I don't have any. I barely can afford these things. Oh,
more.
No, wait, that's close call luck. That's not healing. I guess I can't
There's a
afford any of
booster
this.
pog
Okay.
or a blood
I just-
engine for you.
I
That's sort of
cannot
like
afford them,
healing.
so I just need to survive on skill alone.
Okay, yeah, we have one more shot after this, if I recall correctly.
Okay, maybe that will help keep me alive during the final boss. But I am dubious of my chances of, beating Isaac in a few of these upcoming shards. I need to trust that my early lead will be enough.
Well, so this is the last gameplay level, and there are 2 points on the line in the boss fight.
Oh, true.
And
So I think I got a
that's the
shot
end of
here.
the run. I'm pretty sure there's a shop at the end.
Okay, well, fortunately the shop has points for no one. Oh my gosh, Isaac. How far behind was I when you finished the level?
I did not see the number.
I'm guessing
I
over
went
a
little
kilometer.
fast.
You're going pretty fast. This is essentially what we're talking about with. This is not like fully unlocked, but it's pretty close.
Yeah, this is about as unlocked. I can re-roll for you.
That would be great, because I want healing over... Oh, yes, Overclock Medical Drone is something, and I do have cooldown synergy, so I think that's what we got.
Alright, it's something. We are coming up into the boss fight here. It's the final machine.
Dun, dun, dun.
Time will be coming up. As we get the last hit, you'll see the health bars go to 0.
All right,
I do want to shout out too. Scores going into this final boss. We have Isaac with 27 and Fletcher with 28.
Oh
Final
my
boss is over
gosh.
2 points. So whoever gets the final hit on this final machine will be our final victor. Unlike other bosses, there's a bunch of different pods around the arena that our runners are going to kind of run around. We're going to separate and try to hit independently. There's a ton of them. Time will be when the last thing is hit here. They're going really quick. It's hard to keep up. Boss's mechanics, not a whole lot. The ground is falling apart. You're seeing it happen in front of your eyes as the runners are racing to find the last couple hits here.
Oh no!
One last hit.
Oh, you
Time
got
is
the
when
one I was
hit
going
is
for,
hit.
Isaac!
Okay, but where's the last
Where's the
one?
last one? Oh, I'm inbound. I have eyes on it. Hopefully I'm inbound faster
Oh,
than you
you're
are, which
so
seems
far
unlikely.
away.
Oh, I'm out of energy, though. I might not be able to make this jump.
I got it. Let's
No!
go! Time.
And Isaac clinches it. That's time. That is time.
Oh, wow. GG, Isaac.
GG.
Even if you don't like animals.
Couldn't have asked for a closer race there. And
Oh
we
my
get
gosh,
to
my
enjoy this
heart.
final cutscene. That's Zoe. Let's see if I can name any of the other characters in this game.
that's
That's the shopkeep.
That's Grandma.
Granny. Not her real name. We call her
No, not her real
Granny.
name.
So we're 0 for 2.
That's Captain.
That's Captain.
He doesn't wink here for some reason. Anyway, why
We know
don't we,
Captain.
while this cutscene plays out, why don't we get into our shoutouts? Sprout, would you care to start?
Yeah. Shoutouts to Landfall making a really, really fun game. This is awesome, and thanks for keeping it updated too. Patches like to keep us fast and loose. Shoutouts to Archiethon for hosting this wonderful marathon, raising a lot of money for an excellent cause. And yeah, Isaac.
Yeah, for me, again, shout outs to the game, to the community for hosting this marathon. You can find me very, very occasionally on twitch.tv/keepthelord13. Otherwise, come hang out in the Celeste community Discord, play bingo, play like silly variants of Celeste bingo. That's how you'll find me personally. And stay tuned on the channel. We've got some fun events later. Fletcher, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you to Isaac and Sprout. Isaac for initiating us doing this run for Archiethon, as well as Sprout for jumping in and helping us so much with the commentary here. Be sure to keep watching Archiethon, if for no other reason than that I'll also be hosting. I'll be hosting tonight in like 2 hours, basically, as well as for the finale on Sunday, which will be awesome. But there are also many other reasons to watch, so keep watching regardless.
Save
But
the frames.
further enjoy. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm hosting for the Metroid block. So if we don't help even this gap by the time we get there, you'll be able to hear me be upset about it in real time. It will be fantastic.
I'm looking forward.
Yes.
All right,
I'll
thanks
also
so much
be-
for having us. Oh, anything else?
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, Isaac. I can also be found on
I'm sorry.
Twitch.tv. Gee, no, I can also be found on Twitch. Fletch is a furry, just like you see on the screen here. Right now I'm playing a lot of Silksong and doing some challenge runs. I play a lot of Pokemon. You can also find me on Blue Sky if you want to see me talk about chainmail and send bee photos. I think that'll about wrap us up.
All right,
Sweet.
back over to
Thank you so much, everyone. I'll just quickly throw in at the end, the person I was secretly backing for that race was Isaac, purely because we have the same name. So there's
Oh,
no reveal.
right.
Isaac
It's the Isaac Power Hour. Oh, and just double check. So, Sprout, that means I'm donating 2 times, what, 31? I'm donating $62 to save the animals?
2 times 29.
Oh, 2 times 29. Okay, so I'm donating 58 to save the animals. Awesome.
I think that puts me on 56 for Save the Frames.
All right, we'll get those in soon.
And then, Isaac, I said I'd be matching you, backing you. I'm assuming you also want me to put that to save the frames, just
I
as
would
you.
love for you to help us save the frames.
Brutal.
So there we go. That gives Fletch, when you're on hosting for Metroid later, that gives you an agenda to push for helping Save the Animals catch up later on as well. In that case,
I'll do my best.
But yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Fantastic showcase. Thanks everyone getting the donos in throughout that. Yeah, appreciate that a lot. And we're gonna head back to intermission now before we get lined up for the next run. Cheers.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Right. What a fantastic showcase that was. Thanks again to the runners and commentators for that. I would like to add as well, we have had an anonymous $10 donation come through towards the end of that run, saying save the animals and or furries. $10 attached going towards save the animals. So you can see in our progress bar, our head at the bottom there, the save the animals and save the frames options. But yeah, thanks very much for that. Sit tight. We will be off to our next run soon enough. I'll keep you updated with what's going on in the rest of the event. Thanks again so much for all the donations coming in so far. Everyone hyping everything up in the chat. Appreciate that so much. And thanks again to the runners and commentators that we've had throughout the event so far. Really great work, everyone. Glad that we've managed to smash that $500 mark immediately. Only about 4 hours into day one. That's fantastic work, everyone. So yeah, really well done. That's great.